Welcome to the Tissue Paper Exchange, hosted by Lisa Evans from Levin's The Life, and her co-host this month is Karen, the Loft Home Decor, and I am Jackie with Momma Mia DIYs. I will have the playlist and their channels listed down in the description box below. Hi guys, this is my recreating of my opening of my tissue paper. I lost my original footage, so I got mine from Lisa Evans. She's the host of this collab. I'll have her channel listed in the description box below, but she sent me this cute little thank you card. And it's Jackie, thank you so much for participating. Excited to see what you make. Happy crafting, Lisa. And she sent this beautiful tissue paper. I love that. There's a project coming up with that one. This one, I loved it. Also, a project coming up with that one. This one is adorable with the bees, so cute. And then this one, and then the last one that she sent me is the lemons. I love bees and lemons, so thank you, Lisa. She also included in the package the 22 Farmhouse 12-month calendar, which I was not able to find last year. On the hunt for them this year. The few stores that I've been in have not been, it's like I see an empty box, and like they only received one box or something. So excited for that because I love all the pictures on the back that I can do stuff with. And she also included this I am grateful little magnet that I'm going to place over on my refrigerator. So with all of that being said, let's get into the video and I will show you what I came up with these beautiful papers that Lisa sent me. DIY number 1. For this DIY, I used Folk Art's white Adirondack paint, this beautiful tissue paper, some Mod Podge, and antique wax. And the little paddle board I got from Woodpecker Crafts. So I'm being very careful in painting just this little raised area that was in the center of the board with the white Adirondack paint by Folk Art, which is a plaid product. I gave the board 2 good coats of the white Adirondack paint by Folk Art. I am now applying my Mod Podge and putting the tissue paper down on the board, being careful to get the wrinkles out of the tissue paper. Sorry about that, guys. Lots of train of thought. I do sometimes like the wrinkles in it, especially if I'm going to distress it with some antique wax. That way it looks old and used and really distressed. After the Mod Podge has dried, I cut off the extra paper around the paddle board, and then I'm going to use my little finger sander and get around the little raised edge that was on the board. So here I am adding a second layer coat of the Mod Podge all over the front of the paddleboard. I'm going to use the Folk Art antiquing wax and some baby wipes and distress the board. So here I'm applying the antiquing wax from Folk Art to the board. My jar's about empty, so I'm just trying to get as much of it out of it that I can. But I just do a generous coat along the edge, and then I'm going to take the baby wipe and wipe it off while it's still wet to give it that worn, old look. And here is how it turned out. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Here I'm taking the larger, thicker jute cording from Walmart and just tying a knot to have a hanger. DIY number 2. For this one, I took this live word and the pretty silver tissue paper, and I picked this up at the Dollar Tree several years ago. It was in my stash. I'm just sanding to rough it up some so the Mod Podge will stick to it. I'm going to wipe off all of the dust from the sandpaper, and I add a generous layer of Mod Podge to the little sign, trying to be careful and only put it on the top, and where I got the excess, I'm going to use a baby wipe to wipe that off. Here I am applying the tissue paper to the little word sign that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm adding a second coat to the top of the tissue paper just to make sure that it's adhered good to the word. And I'm using my little finger sander again that I picked up off Amazon to get that clean edge on the sign. DIY number 3. For this DIY, I'm using this caddy that I had picked up from the Goodwill. Just wiping off the dust and the grime from it. And I will be giving the sides a good coat of the white Adirondack paint by Folk Art. It makes a good base for putting your tissue paper down. That way you don't see the wood through the tissue paper. Here I'm being careful in putting down the Mod Podge, not to get it on the edge, or over the edge, excuse me, because I don't want my paper being anywhere but only on the ends. And I just love this bee paper. It is so cute. Love the way this little caddy turned out. So here I'm just making sure I get my wrinkles out, get it all nice and smooth. And again, I'm going to use my little finger sander to clean off the edges, and it just gives you a clean, crisp edge. So if you're new here and you like DIYs and thrift flips and hauls, think about subscribing and becoming a part of the Momma Mia DIY family. I love just the way this turned out. It was so cute, and left that open to look like a little beehive. The final reveal. These turned out so cute. The paddleboard will be in my kitchen year round. I can't wait till the spring to use my little caddy. So please go and check out the playlist. Show everybody in the playlist lots of love. Let them know that you came from Momma Mia DIY. Until I see you again in the next video. Bye, guys.